So okay, hello guys, welcome back to this live, and today we're going to continue with our journey on React. So okay, now let us continue. Let's move on to to finish this thing. Normally if you watched the previous video, we ended with this thing here, with this project. So now we're going to finish it. Let me open my notepad and try to do it. This guy. This guy here like this, and this one like this. Okay, I think it's better. So now basically step 7, which is basically the last step, is asking us to do a card. So to use the card component, because here we were speaking of using give me a minute. So because here we're talking of using properties, which is a characteristic of JavaScript of React. So now we're going to use the card component 2 more times with the following value. So props. So normally here is our first card component that we created with the name Mark, title, front-end developer, and bio. I like to work with different front-end technologies and play video games. So now we shall create another card value, but this time, as you can see here, it just appeared. As you can see here on the preview side, when I added a new code, something appeared here. So let me add it back because I just removed it. It disappeared. So normally that's how this thing is working. So let us fill in the blank spaces. Tiffany, the title is engineering manager. Engineering manager. everything's okay. Because of this sign. Okay, that's all. I think that is right here. Now let's go on to copy. And let's go on copy. Let's copy and paste this for the second guy here. The next person is Duke, and his title is backend developer. Let's copy this guy here. So I've been working. Okay, I think it's okay. Now let us test. Okay, you should use the card. There's an error. You should use the card component as an element with the appropriate post, with the appropriate props and the second value card values. So what are they asking me to do here? I think that the props are correct. Backend developer. Okay, I see. Developer is with small d. Okay, so we completed this challenge. Let's move on to the next part. The next part here is us building a mood board. So here's it. It's a lab. Here's a preview section. So basically what we shall do is try to build this thing. Okay, I see when you click on it, an image loads. That's it. Okay. Destination mode. Okay. I've never gone to any of these places. I know that Istanbul is the capital of Turkey, something like that. Cape Town is in Africa, Caribbean. I don't know where it is, but I've always heard of it through the movie Pirate of the Caribbean. So what's that movie? I saw it, Jack Sparrow, with the main actor Jack Sparrow. So now let us go and do the code. Okay, now what's the description saying? Build an app that is functionally similar to the project example. Try not to copy the exact project and give your own personal style. Okay, a mood board is a collage of images and text that conveys a general idea, goal, and feeling about a particular topic. So the topic here is traveling, I think so, destination. I don't know why it's taking so much time to load. I think I have to click on it. Let me click. Nevertheless, let's continue. Okay, now in this lab you will create a mood board using a reusable React component. The CSS and have been provided to you. So here's the CSS. Okay, interesting. The objective is to fulfill the user stories. So now let us start with the first user story. You should create and export a mood board. Okay, let's say I should create and export a mood board component that accepts 3 props: color, image, and description. I think that, let me check this in this mood board index. Okay, I think that it's here that I have to export it here, because no. Let me see. images are here. Okay. The source is here. Okay. Okay. Import modeboard on GX. Okay, great. Okay, that's it. Okay, that is, we're supposed to create it here because there's this import and it's importing from the index.jsx. So basically that's where we're supposed to create it. So now let us create it. So now to create it, we use the export I always make an error with this function. So mode board so mood board item. I think that there are props here because they're telling us that it should accept 3 props. So to do props in Java, object structuring. So the first one here will be color, the second one will be image, and the third one, which is the last one, will be description. Description, I need to write it correctly. So color, image, and description. Okay, the first user story is done. So if I check it, it's supposed to be correct here. Okay, done. The second user story is your board component should return. Okay, so this component basically should return. So I think that I will show it, start doing it in a different way. I think that I will do it in a different way so that you guys can see how I'm thinking directly, because I don't want it to be like the idea just come fast. I want to show my thinking process. So Rider is asking me I should give him a roadmap for main stack. Okay, main stack is MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js. I think so. I think I can make a video on it. So let me say subscribe, and you will, and I subscribe a video for it is coming soon. So now let us do this thing. Let's go to the secondary. Always showing my thinking process is very important. So the first thing here is they're asking me to in my board component I need to do this. I need to create a div class with a class name. So to create a div class is like this, and the class name is, we're using this because in JavaScript class we don't use class, because in JavaScript class is a reverse word. So that is basically with the class name top as the top level element. That is, the top level element means that it's like the parent element, and that every other HTML element that will come under that will be rendered by the function mood board item will be a child component, or a child element of the div element with class name mode board item. So basically to do that is pretty simple. We use these braces div like this. Now class name is equals to mood board item. Okay, that's it. Let's check it. Sorry. What's wrong? Maybe this parenthesis is missing. Yeah. Run it again. Okay, it's not still working. I don't know why. Let me see the error. Your mood component should return a div with class name mood void item. Is it not it? Is it because of this space? I think so. No, it's not because of space. Space is correct. Yeah, with class div void item. Okay, I see. The problem should be this one, this thing here. So normally, I think you want to declare it if I don't think it's like this. I don't think it should be like this. Because of this parenthesis. It's not still working, so I don't really know why, but let us move on to the next one. Okay, now the third user story here is you should set the background color of mood board item element to the value color props using the inline style. Okay. Say background color is background color is a color at the back. So that's it. So the color that is at the back. So it can either be any color. So now the next step here is to understand this inline style. Inline style is that we go into the JavaScript, we go into the tag and use this variable style is equals to, and set it and give it the name and setting the style. So I think normally since it's JavaScript, and I think I have to there and color here. You're asking me why I'm not using snippets. What do you mean by snippet to write code? Because actually, I am on freeCodeCamp editor, so I don't think that there is a possibility to use snippet stuff. So now they say you should set the background color of the this element to the inline style. So I don't know if this guy is supposed to be with S or without S. So we shall just test it. It's not still working. Wow. So really, I don't like when this guy is not working. So the background color of the pattern should be set to color using inline style. Okay. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, let me try again. Not still working. So what may be wrong here? I don't know. I think everything seems to be correct. So let me ask ChatGPT. It's wrong here. Let me copy the user story. Copy this to user story and see. So the problem that I have is that even though I like try to declare, so the problem is with this color. Okay, background color. Okay, I see. The problem I had is this formatting stuff. So okay, normally it's supposed to be background color like this. I see the problem. Okay. So let me try and write it myself. Select everything, so let's export function mode but item. Okay, now let's make a return. How was that return statement? So it was return with this curly braces. I'm sure that I was wrong because of this semicolon, because at the beginning it was not working. So let me see, curly braces. Yeah, there's a semicolon that is lurking here, and this div thing. And it's going down, it's not still giving me the correct answer. So let's say class name is equals to what's that saying, mode bot item. Okay, and inside it there's this style that I have to use, and I have to, like, because to represent style, also to do inline style, we have to use objects. So let's say JavaScript object, and that's the reason why. So that's the reason why there is these two curly braces, these two pairs of curly braces. So I'll take care of these guys. So normally, and inside the object, the key of the object is the property, is the property of, but let's say the CSS property. So that's why here inside we shall say, for example, background following the camel case, background color is equals to, I don't know if I have to just write color like this. Oh, I forgot this thing, sorry. This array object structure, image and description. Okay, I think I'm correct now. Okay, that's right. Okay, let me see something. Where am I from? I am from Germany. Bawaf. I'm from Germany. So let me test it if it's working. Normally it's supposed to be working. All of them are wrong. Okay. Moodboard item. Silly error. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why. Because let me try and copy this from JavaScript and see what it's giving me. Is this because of the... Let me see. There's an error here. I don't know why it's wrong. So let me see the preview. Notice, okay. Top level. Yo, le Ismaël, ça dit quoi là, mon gars? Fais un bail. Ça va, gars. I'm doing good. I've seen that you're already on next year's. What's wrong here? Normally this test is supposed to work. So I don't know why 2 is not working. Good. How far have you gone with this back-end stuff, Ismail? So I don't know why it's not working. Normally I don't know why this test is not running. It's not important. So let's go on to the foot. You should render an image element with the class board image and a source attribute of image prop, of the value image prop. Okay, this guy. And within the mode board item, so inside here, we should create first of all, so create an image tag. So to create an image tag, I think that an image tag is self-closing. So now inside it, so inside set I think now since inside source should be equals to, since we're working with JavaScript, image, and what's the next thing to do here? With the class name, so it's in class name. So, say mode about image. Okay, I think now it's working. Okay, we got it right. I don't know why this number 2 is not still working. Okay, that's great idea, Ismail. My voice is very low. Let me check it. Let me check this sound stuff. My voice is not low, so okay, Ismail, really wish you the best for your dashboard. How is it working? Is it using a backend stuff, like how far is, and if yes, which backend technology, Express? Because I think that as far what I saw in your lives is as if you're doing a full stack, something like that, for the ecom. So that is, it should have, you mean that is you use a main stack or you use a full stack? What was your technology for the backend? Express, Node? So, um, let us continue. So now let's go on to the fifth user story. You should render the fifth user story is telling me that you should render an H3 element. So H3 element is this guy. So normally H3 element is this guy. Normally in HTML they are the H family, let me say that, are used for titles. So what's the difference between H1, 2, and 3? The difference here is like in terms of the difference is because of is in terms of size. So that is 1 is greater than is bigger than 2 and 2 is bigger than 3. So 3 is the smallest. So normally here is the tag. It's not self-closing. What's a self-closing tag? Self-closing tag. A tags, an example can be this guy, image, which is self-closing. So that is, we don't need 2 tags. We don't need 2 items to make up the tag. So that's an H3 element. So with the class name or so mode box text. So we have already spoken about what's a class name. And its text description props with the within the mode about item. So does it? Let me just run through this thing very fast. So now, as I said, H3 is like this. H3 is like this, and class name is like this. And the class name here is mode, but text, and inside it I'm supposed to and its text value. So I think that normally, let me answer Ismail. Thanks, here I will still continue with the main income dashboard parent stack. What does P stand for? I know that E is React, E is Express, React, and Node.js. What does P stand for? I've heard of this pen stack, but I don't know really what's the use of P. So to website, the store and the dashboard will be connected to one backend. Okay, good. That is, I think that you must be using a maybe the P is for the for the database services, but I think surely you must use a database. So if yes, which one do you use? And you also use this Prisma stuff that helps you to communicate with the database. If yes, if you're using a database, is it NoSQL, SQL, what? Ah, okay, Postgres SQL. Okay, good, 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 good. That should be a good option. Good, good, good. And that is, you're using this, how they call it again? A relational database. Does it now? Because NoSQL is non-relational, MongoDB and so on. So that is, you're using this relational database. Okay, good, good. And Postgres SQL is free. I think that the app is free. Are you using this PG admin by when you're talking about Postgres PG admin? Something like this. For yeah, this one, this tool. Are you using it? Or what? Which tool? Which services are you using? Let me answer. So I think that okay, for this H, I know that first of all, this HTML element have values, have properties. So, for example, I think that for example, the select tag. So this tag. No, let's say the input tag has the property, let's say read only. Read only. Yeah, read only. So let me say text area. Let me say text area, not input. Text area. Sorry, text area has property read only. Has a property read only. So they're asking me that to make sure that the value of this h3 should be equal to the description. So that is maybe there's, I don't know if there's something like value, but I think that is text, something like this, and description. I think it's correct, but I have an area. Okay, because the braces. I think it's correct. Now go ahead. Your mode should contain h3 element and the text should be set to the description. Okay. Normally I don't think that is, this property should not exist. So basically, if you don't know, you can go and check in the documentation, because what we can do here, for example, is get this guy and put it here. So remove this text and test it. I think that it would work now. I said it. The fit user story is okay, does it? So that is, there's no property that exists. There's no property of the h3 element that has that is called text. So let me just try and write it. H1, H6 section. H1 to H6, there's it. Interesting. Machine block and so on and so forth. Okay, that's it. So let us move on to the next one. The next user story here is the seed. You should create and export a mood board. Okay. So yes, mood item, board item. So basically, this functional component was representing this item, these squares, and the mood board that I'm about to create is supposed to represent the whole board. So a mood board is made up of mood items. So as I said, to export a function, a component, use this export keyword in front of it. So in front, let's say in the signature, that is it all. So this basically, this one is very pretty straightforward. Let me just copy this guy paste it down on mood board. Let me remove this guy because it's not property. Let me remove this return statement. Oh no, let me just delete this guys. Remove this guys. Okay, I think now it's better. So the next one here, I think this fit is okay. The next one is the number 7. Your mood board component should return a div as its top level. Copy this guy, paste here. No, let's run this return statement here, and paste here. Okay, let me see if there's any question. Should return a div top level. Number 8 says your mode board component should render h1 element. Let me just, because I don't want to be writing the same thing every time. So this h, this heading here, and put it here. So I change it because of the curly braces. The text destination, is it? So basically what we are doing here is we are creating this guy and this body. So let me just delete this guy and put in text. Okay. The next one, destination mode. The next part, number 9, is saying the mood board component render a div with class name mood board. So let me just delete this guy here, and also I don't know if I have to delete also this guy. This stuff is not useful anymore. Delete this one, and let me delete also this image because it's not useful again. Okay, so we have a heading, as you can see. Yeah, mode board destination. Okay, Ismail, very good. So I can just wish you the best, and I will be there. I really hope maybe when you'll be doing maybe you should do a video to present the finished project, or maybe you can, maybe for the last life, the last life that you'll be doing for the project, that is there inside the life, you'll be finishing all the necessary stuff. Just signal, just gist me, just tell me so that I can see how it would look like. So Prisma is very nice. I've used Prisma once. I was doing an English quiz app, and Prisma really helps us to easily visualize how the database look like. So Web Destroyer, hello, how are you doing? Welcome. So now let us continue. Blah 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 blah. Then your mood board component should render at least 3 items component within the mood board element. Each should pass color, image, and props. Okay. So the first thing that we have to know here is that in React, render means to render an element means to show it on the screen. So more precisely, let's say on the viewport, in the viewport. What is the viewport? The viewport is basically what the user can see on the screen at it's not at the time. So basically, here is my, for example, for this screen, for this window, my viewport is this square. Now going from here till down, here's my viewport. So that's it. Here's my viewport. As I scroll down, normally my viewport is changing because it's not the same thing that I'm seeing. So that's basically what a viewport is. So now inside it is inside the mood board. So inside this div statement, we are supposed to render 3 components. So at least three mood board items. So mood board item with different props. So we each with this property: color, image, and description. Color, image, and description. So color, image, and description. So now basically what it means is that you just go inside the statement, just go inside the div statement and like calling the function, and calling the functional component is very important. Functional, it's not a function, because it's not like it's a function, but basically just to make the difference between a function and a component, we use different names. So like the difference is that a component is a functional, how will I say it? A component is a function, but let me say that every function is a component, but not every, no, I think that every component is a function. It's a function, but not every function is a component. I think that not every function is a component. That's it. So this is a component, this is a function, but it is a component. An example that I can use here is that this function to add two numbers, the easiest function that exists, maybe one of the easiest, let me say that. Basically it returns just the addition of these two numbers. That's the addition of A and B. This guy is a function, but it's not a component. So that's just, this example is just there to prove the second statement that says but not every function is a component. So basically a component just have to return a markup file made up of GXS syntax. So the GXS syntax, so this looks like a mixture of JavaScript and HTML. So HTML, sorry, ML. So that's the reason why. So the HTML, how does it look like HTML? So when we say like this, for example, board game mode, let's say mood board. I think that, yeah, mood board, the name of the component, mood board item, and we close it like this. Here is here is an HTML. It looks like an HTML element. So that's why we talk about HTML syntax. And when we say, for example, we want to introduce in it a prompt, so we want to introduce in it a value, we say image, for example, is equals to, let's say image. Now now we are dealing with the JavaScript syntax. So this guy, because basically this does not exist in HTML. So now let's move on to continue doing this thing. So each element should pass in, you can use the following. Colon description. Image. So normally each image source. What's wrong here? I think not. I have to change this guy. Okay. So now let's copy this guy and insert it. Okay. They're saying that I need to have this. The first property that I have to use here is color. So color. When I pass in a color, where does it come? It comes here. So when I pass in a color, yeah, it comes here. It becomes a background color. Let's say blue. Let's say blue. The next one here is image. For that, normally I just need to paste because when the image is being passed, it comes here as source, and it becomes, it's a JavaScript. It comes here to the source, and it's received when I use this curly braces inside the tag. It's just to signify that okay, we are talking about JavaScript. Also, okay, yeah, for sure, I will make a video to present the final project. Just been lazy since then. Me too. Me too. I've stopped making lives for like, it's already more than 1 month because like I was already tired. I know so that this YouTube algorithm is not like encouraging. It's not that encouraging because you have the impression that you have to do more videos for you to be seen, or for your number of followers to increase. But nevertheless, when you post it, I think that I will receive the notification and go and watch and give my opinion about it. Okay, now let us continue. The image here, normally I think that let me put it here. Let me put it like this. JavaScript. So now let me copy this guy, paste him here inside. The next thing here, the next attribute is description. Description, description, I think it's correct. Let me just write pathway, not to waste time. Pathway. Okay, that's it. Let's go back to the beginning. Copy this guy. The screen is too small. It's better now. Okay, let's do let's say green. I don't know if this thing's correct. So the one I sure. Let's take this one. So instruction here. Grass. Okay. I'm wrong, you guys may tell me. I don't know if I have to use it like this, do this. I'm thinking that I have the impression that I have made an error here. So let us just try and understand maybe. So here's the text. Here's the code. Normally, what I know is that in a tag, when I use curly braces, when curly is used, then I have then I I tell the React that what is inside the curly is a JavaScript code. That's it. That's just it. That's just it. That's why I may leave it like it. But yes, it's normally it's working, as you can see. Path, grass, blue, green. Let's say red here. Red, green. I don't know why is this tag stuff create an image like is it because of this guy? I don't know. Let me remove this guy. Okay, he's gone. So now I don't know, the image is not there. Let me remove this guy. See, maybe I'm wrong here. This parenthesis. Yeah, I'm wrong. I was right. So okay, let me try and answer this guy. Want to learn React but currently learning CSS simultaneously. I will. My advice will be simply to. Okay, I don't need the curly braces. Seriously, but when I'm not using the curly braces, okay, I see. Okay, you mean this? I don't need this. Let me just remove everyone. Okay, let me see. Normally it's supposed to show something. I don't know why. Let me save this guy and run the page again. So let me go on. Thank you. Yeah, I received the props. That's for sure. So the problem is just because you were right, Ismail, because of the curly braces. I don't need the curly braces. Okay, I see. I don't need the curly braces because here the curly braces. Okay, I see. It's okay. It makes sense. So normally, yes, so it just work perfectly. So now let me answer this guy. And to learn React, but learning JS. But my advice is that you should first of all learn how to build small things, small apps, which is React, CSS, and JavaScript, because React is mainly made up of that. So in React, there's CSS, there's JavaScript, and there's HTML. So if you don't understand basic concepts like domain model, domain object model, things like that, it will be very difficult for you to understand React concept and more advanced concepts. How to prevent re-rendering, because I don't know. what you mean by re-rendering. Okay, it's my logo, yeah, but sometimes I don't really care about all the stuff. Currently, I have one main goal to be very, very, very good at programming and solving programming. I really wish you the best. Me too. Actually, I, I think that we basically have the same goal, but the only difference is that I don't want necessarily to be a programmer, but I instead want to be like a product owner, so like designing product, digital product that was created with programming language. So just being lazy because of university, some universities also job. Okay, me too, because as I was saying, the problem with me is that since this YouTube algorithm is not that encouraging, sometimes when you become busy, like for example, I'm writing now like my bachelor thesis. So when this YouTube is not like encouraging you, and you have things to do that are more important, you don't have necessarily that energy to sacrifice, to put aside from a moment your bachelor thesis, in my case, and be doing this YouTube stuff. But when I basically have time, I just like making these videos. Image, since the image link is not a variable, like how is it not? Let me see. Okay, the image link is not. Ah, okay, I understand. Yeah, it's not a variable. It makes sense. Okay, this makes sense. It makes sense. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, it's not a variable. Normally, I think that if it was like this, like let's say component, let's say component, and let me close this guy. It was like let's say name, a prop with name, and inside it we set we just like declare a variable name of employee, yeah. And for example, inside the main component, yeah, we had something like const name of employee, and say, let's say like Ismail. I think that, yeah, that's where we need to use the curly braces. I hope that I understood what you said. So nevertheless, thank you. Let us check if it's working. Let us check if it's working and see. Let us run the test. Wow, it worked. Even the second one, it worked. So basically, we are done with it. Now let us go to the next challenge. The next one, as you guys have seen, I've already done most of them. So the next challenge, no more challenge again. Just use this review stuff. Yeah. I think that this course with freeCodeCamp is pretty easy, like straightforward. Let me have some. Okay. Become a supporter. Ismael, have you already support? Because I know that you use this thing enough. Are you already a supporter? Me, I will become a supporter very soon. Very soon from now. Now let us continue with React quizzes. So I hope you guys are ready. I think that this part will be very interactive. So I think someone said in Cameroon that when you're a student, you're broke. That's true. Ashish, why am I'm screaming from Germany. Germany is a country in Europe. It's a country in Europe, I think so. Why is the question? So now let us do this quiz part. I think that this part will be very interactive. So if you guys have a question or you guys think that maybe my one of my answer may be wrong, you should just leave a chat. Just leave a comment in the chat below. We shall discuss about it. That's right. So now the first question is, which of the following is not a JavaScript library? Are you learning React from scratch or just revising? Basically, Roy, I did React, so I'm just revising, and I will just take the chance to do some advertisement for this of this Screenbar stuff. Basically, I'm just revising. I did all this learn React from the Screenbar course. So what is remaining is just this project stuff and so on and so forth. So what I'm doing on this freeCodeCamp thing, I'm just revising. So that's the reason why it's so fast and I'm so documented about it. Let me say that. So which of the following is not a React library or framework? Eventually, it's Laravel. That's it. I don't even need to look at all the other answers because all the other framework that exist, front-end framework that exist, are based on React, on JavaScript. Sorry, React, Angular, or the other one was Vue.js, and Laravel is not, just for precision. Laravel is not a front-end language, technology language. It's a back-end technology language. So it's just normal just to say Laravel. The second, which of the following is not a method for conditional rendering? Set timeout. I think this is pretty easy. Set timeout let me say it's an asynchronous function. So asynchronous means that let me write it. Synchronous function in JavaScript means that the function runs without taking care of the normal way the JavaScript engine is running the code. Let's say, for example, let's say console log name. Say name. And here let us set an asynchronous function. Set timeout. I think it's better. I should just open my editor, my code editor, so that you guys can see and understand better. It's a new file. Let me open a folder. Let me go to this JavaScript trick making. Guys, should not forget to go and watch those videos. So basically, asynchronous means that, for example, we have this set timeout function. So inside here we give a time, specific time. After this specific time, the code inside these curly braces will run. So let's say, for example, lock. I think it's, why it's not showing? So lock. Okay, let me just do it like console.log. Let's say Ismael and then coding. Let me this code. Before running the code, let me write again. Let me say this guy. Let's say let me sort of run this so you guys should just understand it. Let me put here 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Here the metric here to measure is in milliseconds. The unit, sorry, is in milliseconds, sorry. So yeah, milliseconds, 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. So 5000 milliseconds is eventually 5 seconds. Let's say 1, 3, and let's say 2 here. Normally what will happen here, so let me just show you the result. Normally what will happen here is that 1 will come, then 3 will come, then 2 will come. Even though the JavaScript engine is interpreting the code line by line, so that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when we follow that order, normally this code is supposed to be in the number 2. But because since we're using this asynchronous function, this set time out, it will come after only 5 seconds. So let me just run the code very fast. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 3, and 2. That's just it. So let's go on to the next one. What is the primary purpose of adding a key prop when rendering a list in React? To help React identify items for efficient rendering. That's it. To apply a unique CSS style. Nope. To serve as a text content for the element. Nope. To add an event listener to each specific item. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Let's move on. Where do the project packages of library get installed? Nodules, not node modules. So I'll be going fast. Which of the following is true about JSX? JSX must always be written in separate file from JavaScript. JSX cannot use JavaScript expression. Wrong. JSX is not recommended for React application. Wrong. JSX allow us to write HTML within JavaScript code. Yes. Which of the following is a common problem in single page application? Multiple page loads create inconsistent state management. I don't know. Browser caching becomes unreliable due to frequent update. DOM update. Nope. Screen reader struggle with dynamic update. Yeah, that's true, because when a single page application works with a real-time data, that is, every time we have to upload, we have to update the data. So an example can be Instagram. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's say 15 minutes. Normally I'm blocking this Instagram website because I'm learning. So let's say, for example, this Instagram page. It's a single page. Now when I click on here, there's an update here directly. So that is the information is in real time. So it changes automatically. And don't forget that Instagram is being built with React. It's very important. React is one of the technology being used in Instagram. So the reason why it's showing so fast is because React helps us to arrange this problem with, like, let me say, screen reader struggle with dynamically updated content. So basically that's the answer. How does a single page application typically update the view? By using several ranging only? No. By updating only the necessary part of the page? By reloading the entire? That's it. So basically that was even the problem that led to the creation of these React stuff. Which of the following commands starts a React project in development? Gonna npm run the, yeah, that's it. Npm install is to install all the modules. Npm run build does not exist. Basically, I don't know what it is. Let us continue. Which of the following is not a valid JSX element? Which one is not a valid JSX element? This one is valid because, yeah, it's a class name. We can call it class. Span hello, this is valid. Image, yeah, it's not valid because in React, when we want to name it, use the class property and name a class, we use the word class name. So which one? Why do you say one? This one. Do you mean by which of the following is not a valid? I don't think it's this deep stuff because I don't basically see any error here. So, but we shall see. Which of the following, which JavaScript array is a method commonly used map? Sorry, if I'm a little bit fast, but the problem is that let me say I have a good memory. Let me say that. Which of the following is the best practice for passing the key prop? It's not close. Okay, it's saying key prop is not close. Yeah, and yeah, that's correct. And the second, I didn't even notice it. And the second thing here is that as a GXS element, we don't use class to name classes. We use class name instead. So that's basically the reason why it's wrong. So, but that's also an important point. Ankik Kuma. Okay. Which of the following is the best practice for passing the key prop in the React? In React, omit the key prop altogether. Randomly generate keys on each render. Use unique and stable ID from the data. Use array. Okay, no problem. Use unique and stable ID from the data. Randomly generate. Use omit the key property. So I think that now my memory is failing me, so we have to reason that out. So number one, I think that the first thing here is this omit the key prop altogether. No, we cannot omit it because we needed to identify every element that is inside the array. So because this unique identification let us know which element have been rendered and which one has not been rendered. So we don't have the right to omit it. So randomly generate keys on each render. So random, the word random means like things. Let's say for example we have a set of 1, 2, 3, etc. So if we want to randomly generate a number here, like let's say the first, if we randomly pick a number from this set, normally the first thing can be 3, it can be 2, it can be 1. So randomly does it. And it's something important I have to talk about random things in general. Someone said that in mathematics there's nothing that exists like random or randomness, let's say that, because every algorithm let me just show you guys a random generator. Let me say this random generator. As you can see, you may think that Allah is doing that randomly, but for this app or for this app to work, or for the algorithm, there's an algorithm behind it. So there's an algorithm behind it that helps us to generate this randomness. And since an algorithm exists already, so an algorithm helps us to generate number. What's wrong here? Okay, helps us to generate numbers. That's it. So since it helps us to generate numbers, we only have the impression that the fact that it's generating a number, it is randomness, which is wrong. It's not randomness. So because there's an algorithm behind it, and an algorithm is a set of, let me say, so an algo is a set of steps to solve a solution. I think that the algorithm was named after the creator of it, after the creator of this thing, algorithm. So it's a steps of, these are precise steps that helps us to solve a problem or that leads us to a solution. So since we know the steps, therefore there's no randomness in it. So that's just it. That's just what I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys understand. But nevertheless, let's move on. So randomly generated keys on each render, which is wrong. The keys are not generated. Yes, I think it's correct. I think this answer is correct. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I think it's correct. I think this answer is correct. Randomly generate, yeah, I think it's correct. Maybe we shall see at the end. So what command install dependencies in npm install? How will you pass name prop to a child component? Yeah, this one. Name prop, yeah. What is the correct way to pass multiple props using spread operator in React? This one. Let me check also this one. Child spreader. Okay, I think it's this one instead. This one. Okay, because here there's no variable, so basically we cannot do it without a variable. Let us continue. What are the building? Most of you guys, I'm seeing this in progress stuff, this survey. So most of you, 10% out of 21 people don't like their life and think that they can do better than me. So, but basically, if you can do better than me, just send us the link of your YouTube channel or where you teach something, and I'll go and watch your lives or your videos. Let us continue. Okay, it has reduced. What are the building blocks of React? DOM, element, event, class, object, reusable component. That's just it. What is the correct way to add inline style in React? This is the correct way. I don't even know how to say. This one is also correct, but like this one is correct because we're using here this. Let me think again. Normally in CSS, when we want to design or style an element, we use a tag. Let's use this identity tag. I think ID tag. I think so. Yeah. Let's say for example header. And inside it we start using proper attribute to describe, let's say for example color blue, and I don't remember us using something like this braces, so this parenthesis, we can just, let me just create a CSS file there. Style CSS, so let's say header Okay, let's say color. Let's say blue. See, it does not work. So normally there's no braces. I think so. There's no parentheses. Voilà, there's no parentheses. So the correct answer here should be this one. So now let's continue 17. What is the correct way to conditionally render a React component? What is the correct way? The first way is declaring, the last way is declaring the new component inside the render method wrong. Okay, I'm also learning React. Any suggestion? My suggestion may be this screen bar course, because it's really good. But the problem is that when you basically when you don't have this premium subscription, voilà, you cannot get access to the exercises because but nevertheless I will recommend you freeCodeCamp because it's pretty good, it's pretty straightforward. Using while loop inside wrong JSX, using if statement inside the JSX, using ternary operator or logical AND operator. That's just it, correct. So which of the following keyboard is used to bring a component in another file? Import, because add is not a keyword, it's a function. I think it's a method, built-in method, I'm very sure. Include is a function also, it's a built-in method, let me say it like that. For example, if you have an array, let us do it here. Let me show you. Voilà. Let me do it here. Let's say you have an array of names. Can someone give me his name so that I can put inside? The first name is my name, Alan. Can someone give me his name? Oh, let me see. Use ternary. Okay, let me say and kid. Kid. Sorry, let me say kid. Next one is, let's see, Mato. Or let me take my brother Ismail. Let's say Ismail. Now include is like, okay, let me check whether if Alan, the string Alan, let me see, write it exactly like that. Boom, includes in names, and if it's true, console log, you have to log in Alan is there. So that's basically the use of include. Normally it's supposed to be includes. So if I try just to run the function, you will see nothing. Nothing comes. Maybe the syntax is wrong. Maybe the syntax is wrong. So no, the syntax was correct. Normally string, search string. Okay, include is inside. It's not with function, it's with array. So let me say, it's not with function. Oh, okay, I see. So normally this one is supposed to it's not supposed to be running. Let me try to see it's not printing because allen and allen are not the same. Here is with lowercase, here is uppercase. So I was just confusing this include with the find function, with the find property. So let's say there's this find stuff, find method. I've forgotten about it. Let's not move on. But the right word here is import. 19, what's the full meaning of SPA? Single page application. Which extension JavaScript syntax is used to describe the user interface in React? This finish quiz. Let me test. I'm pretty sure I can have 18 and 20 at least. I had 16. Wow. This one was wrong. So basically it should be either, it should be this one. Okay, number 7, 16. This one was also wrong. So that means it was the correct way to use a spread operator. I don't know this one. This one is also wrong. This one is also wrong. Okay, that's all. So 16 and 20. It's not bad. Why is this one wrong? How is single package to get an update? You're reloading the entire HTML document by making a full server reload by using the server ranging only. Server side ranging. I think this should be this one. Let me ask ChatGPT what it thinks about it. Oh, I'm using this. Let me use this here. So I think this should be this one. This one is also wrong. Oh, meet the key props together. Unique key or still IDs from the data. I would go for this one on how to use correctly the spread. How to pass multiple props using the spread operator. For sure it's not this one. It should be either this one or this one. It should be this one. 14, and yeah, it should be this one. So let us take back the quiz again. Yeah, updating the relationship right on page 8. Okay, that is, I have a problem with my understanding. So let us do it again. Which framework is not which is not the method for conditional range? What the property key? What is the primary concept to help React identify efficiency? To serve as text, to help identify efficiently, that's it. Where do the projects package and library are installed? Not. Which of the following is true about GSX? Allow writing HTML. Yes, that's true. Okay. Which of the following is a common problem in SAP? Browser caching, screen reader struggle with dynamic. Distinct server sources are used more heavily now. Rendering multiple pages. How does a single typically update you? By reloading the entire, by making full server reload, by updating only the necessary path. That's it. Which of the following commands start a React project in development? Run dev. Which of the following is not a valid React JSX syntax? Valid JSX element. This one. This one is correct. This one is correct. This one is also correct. Which of the following arrayment is commonly used to transform an array of data in an array of JSX element? This map. Which of the following is the best practice for passing key prop in React? Use of all index randomly generate. I think it should be this one, but let me just ask ChatGPT to be sure. Yeah. What command installs dependency listed in packages? Update, install, npm install. How will you pass a name prop to a child component? I think, why not this one? Name prop, yeah, this one. Okay. What is the correct way to pass multiple props using the spread operator? I think it should be this one, but I got it wrong last time. So let me ask ChatGPT. This one is pretty fast, man. The model 4.0 is 4.0 is pretty fast. This thing, ChatGPT films. Okay, I think that I made an error. Okay, it should be this one. What are the building blocks of React? Reusable component. What is the correct way to add an inline statement? I think it should be this one. But let me ask ChatGPT to be sure. Okay. What is the correct way to conditionally render a React component? Which of the following keywords is used to bring a component in another file? Import. What's a meaningful single-page application? Which extension of JavaScript is used to describe user interface? And yeah, let me try again. Wow, 20 on 20. Okay, we are done. You guys, I hope you guys enjoy option A. What are you speaking about? Okay, 24 people participated today. Survey, 12% is saying that they can do better. It's pretty funny. Nevertheless, there's no problem. I'm here just to build a community, so personal brand community around this thing. So now let us continue. What do you want me guys to do? I think how many people are watching? I don't know. That's a little bit much. Should I continue with this React stuff? How long is it live? Let me see. How many people are watching? 3 people. Okay. I will put an end to the live, so because I've already done more than 1 hour and basically I don't want to be doing very long life. I don't want to be doing very long lives because I don't find it necessary. So basically we have this one. The next part here is the next thing that we'll be learning is hooks. Hooks, React state, React hooks, and routing. So working with state and responding to event. Do we do event work in React? How do event work in React and so on and so forth? Toggle app, color picker, and so on and so forth. So that thing, I think that next week we shall be doing it. So, or maybe tomorrow we shall start doing it. So guys, just if you are new here, just subscribe, and because we'll be doing live frequently and I will be announcing it before time. After that we shall do performance, checking how to check the game performance. Let me see, to check the single application page performance. Just this database stuff, it's not even working. It's still coming. So gate, JavaScript backend. So maybe let's try this coding challenge. Are you guys ready? So if you're a JavaScript developer or if you're not one, feel free to comment and give me your opinion. So let's try and do this challenge just to make sure that to know whether I still have good knowledge, solid knowledge about it. So given a string, return a jumbled version of that string where each word is transformed using a constraint. The first and the last letter of the word remains in place. All letters between the first and last are stored sorted in alphabetical order. Okay, hello. Okay, I see. The input of the string will start will contain no punctuation and will be entirely in lowercase. Okay. Okay, I see. Sorting alphabetical order, what does it mean? Pretty tired, so I don't know if I still have energy to do this thing. But nevertheless, I think I have to leave. Sorry. So I really wanted to do it, but it's more complicated because normally I just have to do with this string manipulation stuff. I use this sort function, so I already have an idea. Use the sort function method. Okay, it's been used in array. So now there's this method that is used to convert strings into arrays. I don't know which method exactly it is. Again, let me say array string. Let me say string again. And see the constructor. Let me close this guy. I think there's a method that is used to split. Run. I don't know if it's voila. Okay, here's it. Expected output. Okay. I don't know if it's split or slice. No slice, no slice. Repeat, no. Replace, strike, substring. We can just have this substring stuff. Let's say there's a space here. See, the substring. We take the substring. So basically, we take the substring. So since we take the substring, so you take the substrings and cut it. When you cut the substrings, now you sort it back. So change it into an array and sort it. So that's it. So that's basically how I may approach about this problem. So guys, that being said, I will stop the live. We shall meet tomorrow for another live. I was really happy to have you guys. My name is Alan, aspiring software developer, and my main objective here is to basically make sure that to build a brand or to build a community of young developers. So thank you for watching. Have a nice